no one uses Facebook anymore. Do I even need to be on there? Oh, that's a really good question. And we get asked that a lot as well here at Chris. If you missed my first video, I'm jumping on and answering a couple of the key questions that we get asked pretty much when we start with any client and we're setting up their marketing strategy. And this is one that we get all the time. It's kind of, which platforms should I be on? And does anyone even use Facebook anymore? And where should I be putting my efforts? So basically, when we are trying to answer this question, firstly, we say we need to test and measure. We don't know if you've not been on these platforms previously. We need to test the waters, see how it goes, and then we can decide whether that is a strategy to continue pursuing or not. But what we generally do is we start thinking about, as a business, who is your target, like ideal, perfect client base, and where do they hang out? Right? So you might say, oh, look, I'm dealing with pre-retirees and, they're probably not on Instagram. No, maybe not. But are there centers of influence on there? Are there people who they trust and know and respect their opinions? Are those people on there? Because if they're going to be having a conversation about like, okay, I need to get some financial advice, I want to retire in the next 5 years, I don't know. And someone's like, hey, actually, I follow this person online and they're really good. You want to be that person that they follow online. So it's not necessarily just thinking about like exactly who your ideal clients are and where they hang out, but it's also like what goes on around that, because people don't exist in this vacuum. They exist in a community with these people who they know, like, and trust. The second thing is, we quite often say that if it's not too much effort and that you can actually maintain these social platforms, then do it. What I mean by that is, like, if you can repurpose your content from one platform to another, if you perhaps use a social scheduler or you use one of our social schedulers and you can push it out to multiple places at once, then you might as well do it. Do it initially, test it, measure it, and then decide whether it's worth continuing on in the future. And the reason for that is all of these social platforms, they are appearing in search results all over the place. So whether you're doing Google or Bing or however else, AI, ChatGPT, these types of things, if you are doing a search, then these types of things are appearing in those results. And so the more platforms you are, the more likely you're to appear in these results. You don't want to spam people, but more platforms means more searchability. So that is why it's good to be on a couple of different platforms there. However, if it is just all too much and after some time you're just not getting any results from these things, and you can tell whether you're getting results because you can look at the analytics on the platform, look at your Google Analytics to see how much traffic is coming from those places to your website, to your search listing. Have a look at that and see if it's actually working. If you're getting like one person every 6 months going from Instagram to your website, yeah, that's probably a reasonable decision to make to stop doing Instagram and focus your efforts elsewhere. But that is what we kind of consider when we're coming up with which social platforms to use in people's strategies. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Just send me a message. Okay? Bye.